Okay, it's come to my attention that a lot of people don't know what sin is, and I'm not saying that in like a condescending way. We're actually going to talk about it here. A lot of people think that sin is like murder, theft, like all these things, right? No, these things are not sin. These things are the product of sin. Sin is not an action, right? And I can give you Bible for it. Romans chapter 5, verse 12. Therefore, just as sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin, and death spread to all men. All right, death spread to all men through one man, because all sinned through that one man, because Adam was our representative in the garden, and because he transgressed God, sin was brought into the world, and all inherited to sin. Even Jesus. People say that, Jesus didn't have the sin nature. Well, you're actually taking away from what Jesus' sacrifice means when you do that. Because, what does it say? In Romans, it's either in Romans or Hebrews. I can't remember exactly what the verse is, but it says that temptations come from our own desires, right? And Jesus was tempted. Therefore, he had sinful desires. Okay. Verse 13. For sin indeed was in the world before the law was given, but sin is not counted where there is no law. Yet death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over those whose sinning was not like the transgression of Adam, who was a type of one who was to come. Okay? Right there. Right? Then we're going to jump down to verse 18. Again, Romans chapter 5, verse 18. Therefore, as one trespass led to the condemnation for all men, so one act of righteousness leads to justification and life for all men. For as by the one man's disobedience, the many were made sinners. What? Right. What did he just... What? Bible got bars, yo. That's verse 19. For as by the one man's disobedience, the many were made sinners. Before they ever did anything. Sin. Right? Therefore, sin is not an action. It's like an infection. So by the one man's obedience, the many were made righteous. And in Romans, it tells us that we're judged by our knowledge. In the book of Psalms, David says that I was conceived in sin, right? I was born with the sin, right? Yes, Jesus himself. Jesus, son of Adam, right? Therefore, he inherited the sin cravings, right? He didn't give in to them. That's what makes his sacrifice so much greater.